Welcome to the first ever Player Voice, a Kick It Out platform that's dedicated to speaking to young academy players about some of the things they pass through. As you know, in football, loads of things are discussed, from racial discrimination to stereotypes, but we often don't get to hear about the young and promising footballers that may or may not have to deal with those topics coming today. So today, we're very fortunate to be with Crystal Palace, who've been doing amazing work with Kick It Out with a variety of sessions, and we've got 4 of their top promising players to speak to us today.
My name's Ryan Bartley, I'm 19, I've been at Crystal Palace since I was 12.
My name is Victor Kamwale, I'm 18, I've been at Crystal Palace for 6 years and I'm a striker.
My name is Ademola Ola Adiboni, I'm 19, I'm a striker and I've been at the club since under 7s.
My name is David Oza, I've been here for 8 years and I've made my Premier League debut. Obviously, I grew up in Spain, so I played for this local team in Spain, and my brother was playing for the team and I just couldn't wait to play with my brother. I just always wanted to spend time with him, so I think the first time, I think I was 3 years old, and yeah, that's my first real memory.
And then what was like the first memory you have of like watching football, like a memorable moment for you? Because like I'm guessing yours might have to do with Spanish football or international football, but what was that first moment where he's like, oh, I love watching football and stuff like that?
I didn't really have that moment. I think it went over time, it was just gradual, just watching football with my parents and stuff, so after that I just fell in love with the game, playing with my brother. So yeah,
your brother still kickball now?
Nah, not anymore.
But I guess he supports you with your journey, which is dope.
I got offered to come on trial at Palace, but I turned up late because I went to the Selves Park, to the stadium, and my mum thought that was the place. To play. I got there now, and I was just angry, I missed my trial. But then luckily, called a cab. No, we didn't call a cab. We had to take bus. So NSC, do you know where that is? Like Crystal Palace, the sports centre. Got there late, like 20 minutes left. Luckily, played all that games. Played well, smashed it. Then luckily they still took me. But that sticks out. I'll never forget that.
Well, the first one that when I was playing, it was, I think I was 4. So like just at the leisure centre, they used to do like some, the mini kids games on a Saturday morning. So my dad just took me there. And I just loved it. And the first memory of me watching football was 2010, so I was about 5. Chelsea winning the league.
You Chelsea fan?
Yeah, that's what Chelsea saw.
Let's get this one.
I laugh right now.
How about you?
Playing football, I would say when I was younger we had a tournament and I played for a Sunday league team called Junior Elite. And you know how everyone would switch goalies. So yeah, when it was my turn to go and goal, I weren't very happy. But yeah, that's my first memory of playing. And I think I was sick that day, because like in between the tournament, I was eating wraps. Had a tuna, I remember it still, a tuna and sweet corn wrap, wrapped up in foil. I had that, it made me feel sick. So don't eat while you're playing, innit? That's lesson learned. I think it's very important, to be honest. I think obviously most of the boys who have been in this environment are going to experience a lot of downtimes, you know what I'm saying? And obviously football's a tough sport. There's things that get thrown at you. Some people have injury problems, some people suffer more with not performing well, not playing. And yeah, man, I think the support network around you is very important. If you want to succeed, it's important that you've got a shoulder to lean on. It's important that you're not going through things alone, so when my boy's not performing, I could be there to encourage him and lift him up. When he's getting complacent, I can be there to tell him that, bro, at this point, you're not really doing what you need to do. And I think me and Mola have them conversations all the time, man. When he's not pulling his weight, I'll let him know, and vice versa. So yeah, I think that's a very important component, man.
There's still respect, but it's a thing where, you definitely feel more comfortable and more free. Rather than like, you can joke around and things like that when it's time to joke around. And then when it's time to be serious, then it's just, you treat them with the same respect sort of thing.
As long as I've got respect for you, you have respect for me, I feel like I'm going to get along with adults.
No, 100%. How about you?
No, I would say I'm pretty used to like a diverse environment. So like, I grew up mixed, innit? So my mum's white and my dad's black. So even that, I'm in a household where there's white culture and there's black culture as well. So I've kind of got used to being in a diverse environment, and then on top of that, growing up in Croydon. The school that I went to, I think it was just a big mix of, there was Sri Lankan, I think there was only one white girl in my class, you know, black kids, mixed kids. So I'm quite used to being in an environment where there's diverse cultures, and I feel like with that I've been able to develop communication skills. You know, there's a certain way that you'll speak to certain people depending on how they've grown up and the language that they use and the cultures that they have. So I feel like that's a big part of growing up in South London, man. You learn to adapt to those different things.
Me personally, I don't think that will ever change, sort of thing. I think you always have to play the game, sort of thing, because if you're trying to make it, you can't. Me personally, I think you have to always just play the game and just always. You can never be your true self.
Both our Palace it's been a very good environment in terms of like the wider aspects. Like for example, you see it in the media, like stereotypes, and I don't know, you see commentators, for example, like we were talking about, as soon as somebody's got something else going on outside of football, they're distracted, they're this and that. I'm not sure if it's ever going to change, to be honest. I feel like it's definitely made progress. So, for example, if you go on your social media, you'll see like Graham Souness or Roy Keane getting slated for making comments like that. So I think there definitely is change, but I'm not sure if there's ever going to be a point where, because of the industry that we're in, you can fully be yourself outside of the changing room and in the media. Yeah.
Like even this football club and like our age group and things like that, on social media, on TikTok, you will see Dread FC, things like that. It's like that, just like, so the first sign of things changing, it's like it's being ridiculed and things like that.
Kick It Out campaigns like helped us understand like everything, but you can never really say that you can 100% block it out, because like I must imagine how like all the players feel when Sterling went to get the ball from a throw-in and how he was getting racist abuse. Like you can never say that you can 100% block it out. So I mean, I can block it out to some extent, but not fully. So you just have to see what happens.
I think it's just about raising awareness to obviously the likes of fans and coaches and just staff in the football clubs, just to know, like, this is not on, like, we're not here for this anymore. And I even saw today how a fan got banned for 3 years for abusing Ivan Toney. Yeah. So at least some change is happening now, so that's quite positive.
Yeah, so who's going to say about that?
No, yeah, back to David's point that like footballers are still human, so like, of course, not like, we're still gonna think like, rah, what's being said is a bit mad, but it's just dealing with it. And the Kick It Out campaign helps show us what to do and the steps to take, sort of thing.
From the outside lens, you can look and say, he's on 100 grand a week, so.
Disclaimer, not you.
Yeah, not me. I wish, man, soon. It's coming, man. God willing, bro. God willing, soon. But even at our age, man, you know, we're not a space where there's not people that are earning crazy money, but it's you know, to be 18 and earning the money that we're earning, it's a blessing. I mean, probably all of us are in the top 1%. You know what I'm saying? So it's a privileged position that we're in, and I think people can look at that and say, you know what, he's got money, he's in an academy, they get their kit done for them, and they can think there's not struggles. But yeah, even in the men's game, man, there's guys that are getting 100, 200,000 pounds a week in their bank account, but that doesn't mean that they won't have struggles at home, they won't go through mental health problems, they won't have issues with their family, with their wives, with their kids. So yeah, man, I think the game's doing better at understanding it. I think there's more awareness and acceptance that, you know, boys and footballers are more than just footballers. But yeah, I think it's important to understand, man, 100%.